So it's been 5 years I've been brewing alcohol in a bottle like this, and today I'm gonna share the first video on this channel, and I'll teach you all how to homebrew alcohol with a bottle like this.
Firstly, take out around 700 ml of water from this 2-liter bottle. Then pour this entire jar of honey inside the 2-liter water bottle, and this is around 650 gram of honey. Lastly, here I am brewing some tea because the tea gives it a very nice fruity floral flavor tone, which makes it that much complex, and without which it won't be that great. So this is the last step before putting the yeast inside the bottle. I put in almost around 10 grams of yeast for this 2-liter bottle.
And after a few minutes it'll look like this, and then we have to very gently and slowly open this bottle cap to release the initial positive pressure. So now I've opened it up, as you can see, and then I'll close this only this much, where I can just slowly, like, you have to just first feel this, and where this up and down thing goes away, at that spot you have to just stop. See, here it doesn't move, but if I slightly lose it, ever so slightly, then it wobbles again. So that much only I have to tight, where it doesn't wobble. So here it wobbles, this here it doesn't. So this much only I have to tight this cap, so that a slight positive pressure is maintained here, and only the carbon dioxide which is produced by the yeast can escape, but outside air cannot go inside. So that's why this part is very crucial, because if it is slightly over tightened, then the bottle might burst, and if it is loose, then the outside air might go inside, and then it wouldn't work properly. The brew might go bad. So keep it in a relatively dark place like this for a month, and it'll be done. And also, since here a slight positive pressure would build up, so the bottle bottom would bulge and become round shaped. So that's why I have placed the bottle in a old peanut butter jar. This came with a peanut butter, like it's a old peanut butter jar which perfectly fits the bottle. here, so I use this to keep the bottle upright. Yeah, now we have to wait 30 days.
After 10 days, it looks like this. It's mostly done, and it the color is like this, and it's also slightly opaque, not transparent, but the bulk of the fermentation is complete because there's a layer of dead yeast forming underneath. So slowly, day by day from now onwards, this will become more clearer each day, and at the end of 30 day this will become completely transparent, and then my fingers would be visible on the other side, and there would be a much thicker layer of dead yeast here. Then it would be done. This is how it looks after slightly more than 30 days later. It is as crystal clear as this. And now the last step is to decant this to newer bottles. So these are all the things which are required to do this last step of decanting the mead from this old bottle to all these newer bottles. So to do that, the main thing which we would need is this PVC food grade pipe. Sanitize this or clean it with food grade detergent soap before doing this step, which I have already done. So now the process looks very simple like this. Open the cap, keep it aside, and then insert one side of this pipe inside this bottle. And push this thing as close to the bottom as possible without touching the dead yeast which is there at the bottom of the bottle. And then now place this thing inside the new bottle. What you have to do is you have to just suck on it to initiate the siphon. So that is what I'm going to do now. And the siphon has started. Keep the next bottle ready just beside the first one, so that once it fills to the brim, you can quickly shift the pipe from this bottle to this one. Now again take this another bottle and be prepared, because obviously you won't have much time in shifting. And it is almost empty. I think this bottle will fill completely, and then maybe half of this bottle. And to get the last few drops, you have to tilt it slightly so that you don't miss the last few drops of mead. And make sure to do it with a very steady hand, or else you'll disturb the dead yeast underneath and it would come in the bottle and it would be cloudy. But as we can see, I've done a good job. It is not cloudy. It is perfectly clear. I take out this. Yeah, I'll take out this side of the pipe and I'll drain out all the excess liquid which is inside this pipe, and that's all. We are done. I can keep this thing aside now and let me close the bottles. That's it. This is the last step, and now I'll cut to the next clip where I'll taste this mead and give a review how this tastes and the flavor profile of it. So today I'll do the taste check, and I have this and a glass with me. So let's do it without wasting much time. So, wanna taste it for the first time? Let's give an honest review of how it tastes. Smooth, very smooth. Slightly sweet, not too much sweetness, and the taste is somewhat in between apple juice and raw honey. So it doesn't taste completely like honey. The taste have changed, and it is combination of both the flavors, apple juice plus honey. And also this thing has a very mild tea note. The tea note is not that much. I would say it's 5 to 10%, but the rest of the 90% tastes like a combination of apple juice and honey, which is great. It doesn't burn, but it definitely do have this warmness to it. When you swallow it, you feel a hint of warmness right over here, which is in a way very nice. It's kind of comforting. It feels like a warm hug, which is great. And yeah, I love the taste of it. And it is not very sweet. It is slightly dry. But if someone prefers their alcoholic beverage to be more sweeter, then they may add more honey before starting the brewing process. So percentage of honey would be more and water would be less. So you'll get a sweeter brew. But I like my drink not that to be sweet. So I love this. I love the sweetness. I love the flavor profile. And yeah, it tastes really nice. I mean, really happy with this. So I'm gonna end this video over here. See you guys with another one. Bye.